Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Romo, and this is my trade recaps. It's gonna be a little bit different this time. I'm gonna incorporate September and October. I've just been super busy, honestly, since September-ish. Didn't really even have time to like upload my trades real well, you know, and I was trading a little bit too much, I guess, also in September. Um, what you see here on the screen. Um, and before we start, on the descriptions, you know, I usually have all my trades, description of what I did, what I was looking for. You know, I didn't even do that. I just uploaded, verified the trade. So we're gonna go by each one, and I'll just go off of memory, you know, off of what I usually do, and just recap every trade. So there's going to be no, no description, unfortunately, on the trades. Sort of like, I'll show you here. So like here, usually I have a description, I read it, and then we go, and then we go to each trade and whatnot. So I don't have that because honestly, I don't remember. But we do have, entries and exits, to prove the trade, which is, essentially, what we're looking for. But as you see here, September was kind of a rough month. I think I was trying too much. How did I do in August? August was break even, I guess. July was really bad. So I mean, it's been rough since like what, June? Yeah, June. July bad. August break even. September, was rough. I think I was trying too much, trying too hard. Instead of just like doing the ideal plays, which was probably only this one, and then even this one I messed up, got a little too cocky on it, but we'll go over that. Then October, was better, you know. I guess I waited a little bit more, and the three ones that I nailed, they were good. They were good plays, you know, and I don't remember exactly what was here in JPX, but that was laws bigger than I normally take. That like these are okay. But yeah, we'll go into it. So we'll start with September, and it'll be ANY that was the first trade. So let's go here. Disregard that ANY. So September 1st, and like I said, there's nothing really here on the trade, but we will go and see here the entries and exits from there. Just gonna make it a little smaller without making the image smaller. Oh, nope, it's right there. Let's put it here. So A and Y was on the 1st of September. Oh, let's restart. Dang, this is a while back. 1st of September, right there. And let's change this. Oh, hopefully I can do the 1 minute still. Oh, dang, I can't do the 1 minute. See, it took too long. I think I'll leave saves it for like a month. 2 minutes? Nah. We're probably gonna have to do 5 minutes, but let's try it minute by minute. 3 minutes? Nope. 4. Nah, it's gonna be 5. I hope it's at least, very least 5. There we go. Cool. Alright, so this, playing the multi-day breakout here at 750-ish. You know, and I know the high here is 768, but let's see what the price action was on 830. Okay, yeah, so here's the breakout. This is this candle right here. So yeah, I decided to do 750, as a, not a whole number, but you know, a half number, you know, it's more psychological than the 768, you know, and given that it was one, it broke here, but then it tried again here, you know, 750 error, so I decided to go with that. So the day of the break, well, not the breakout, the day of me getting in the trade was here, and as you can see, let me see what I bought. Yeah, P&L. So bought here at 1107. So 1107. Run here at 698. 698. Let's see. 698. Yeah, so I'll probably try to get it on the dip. So yeah, I saw this, you know, tested the breakout, came back here, you know, and I was probably using this as risk or this as risk. Um, and let me see, 311. Oh wait, no, this is probably Eastern time, so yeah, 10:07 probably is where about probably 10:07, yeah, in here somewhere. Yeah, and then that's 311, so 211 Central Time. Yeah, 211, like around here. Huh, 670. Wonder why I sold there. Huh, interesting. Maybe because it wasn't closing strong, you know? I mean, it looks like this was my risk. And then here I was trying to buy around this area, I believe 698, a little high, you know? Yeah, because I would have bought it like on the dip. I would have not bought up here. So those times are Eastern here, and here, my chart Central Time. So yeah, not much to this one, you know, it failed. And then what did it do the next day? Wow, and then the next freaking day, that's what it broke out big. Um, dang. So, wow, yeah, so had I held, you know, overnight, but I mean, I'm not gonna hold overnight if it's closing weak, you know, had it closed this day, like, look where it's closing, done at the low, you know. Um, maybe if it would close like up here towards the high, definitely like above B-Web, yeah, that probably would have held, but that's probably why I sold towards the close because it was closing weak. Um, but yeah, and then just tough luck, man. Look, it ran five like $5 over my entry. Rough, rough way to start the month, I guess, you know. But I was on the right track. But let's take these off. And then let's see, the next trade is GMPR. Yeah, GMPR was the next day on. Oops. On the second, sorry, I'm just looking at something else on my other screen. Alright, on the second, well, is it here? Here? What am I doing? This second. Is this a second? Wow, so there's this big day here. Dang. What did I do? Let's see. So, let me see. Buy at 12:35, which is 11:35 Central. 11:35. We'll add more price at 125. 125? Really? It's like really good. But what? How the? What? Let's see. Yeah. And then, like, right away I get out, let's see. Oh, so before I go into that, so this, what I'm trying to do here, it's, big volume off the gate. Uh, it holds it. And I'm seeing this, so I'm going for, the continuation and the breakout. And already hindsight looking at it, this is just too early. You know, had this been, like an hour later, you know, then probably. But this is around like, yeah, going right into midday, So if it doesn't like, and if it just fades, all these buyers here is gonna start selling. And it's midday, not many traders are trading it during the day, so the sellers, which were the buyers here, are gonna overcome any buyers because they're gone and there's no there's no more buyers. Well, there is, but they're overwhelmed by the sellers. So let's see, at 12:36 at 125, 11:36. Oh, okay. Oh no, I was playing the panic. Yeah, 11:36. Or are they going for like the dip by 11:36? Yeah, like right here. See, this tell that's I didn't even put the description in. It's been like 2 months. I don't remember exactly what my thought process was. So 12, 12 and a half. So about here and there. So I'm going for the dip buy, I guess. But then my risk is here, and it sold at 11:45. That bottom, 11:17. What is that low? 11:09. Sold at 11:77. Okay, it wasn't that low. 11:77. Oh, so it was right here, like, oh, I saw right when like that was breaking probably. That was a support right there. Yeah, but yeah, see the loss there. Um, yeah, not much to that one. And then next two trades, um, I guess this is where I was trying a little too much, because I was in two trades at once. So LKNCY and AMC. So let's pull those up. Let's do it more this way, actually. LKNCY. So what day was that on? The 8th. It was here, you know. Did I swing with them? Hold on. From the 7th to the 8th. Yeah, I swung from the 7th to the 8th. Yeah, here. So that's where I got in from 7 here. Yeah, so, I'm going for the breakup, out of 1265-ish area. And let's see where I got in. So I got in at 1525 at 1239. 39. Right here. Where is it? 1555. Yeah, so here. Yeah. I was breaking that area, and yeah, this was good, because it's, at a spike held all day as opposed to um, GMPR earlier, the one that I just showed you guys. Uh, it was around like this time when I got in, like at 10 something, 11 something, And then this one is, you know, at 1-ish in the afternoon, you know, after it held all this, you know, see how it's holding VWAP, spike, holds, and is right around the breakout. So my mentality going in is this is consolidated, you know, I want to buy right off the break, and then this ideally will lead into the breakout and then hold, and then I can swing it and sell the next day in no day trade, you know. So excuse me. That was my mentality. That's what I did, and then as you can see, the next day here it started gapping up nicely, so that's good. I was feeling good, and it dipped right down to the close, which I didn't sell right away. You know, I wanted to see how it reacted. Had it like, you know, like bounced a little bit, went up, and then came down and then fell. I probably would have gotten out at the break of that green to red. You know, had this even probably like gone red and held, I probably would have held. You know, and seen how that bounce reacted. You know, because it could just be a, a fake sellout. You know, from if it was overbought right at the close, and those people were expecting a higher gap up, and then they don't see it, so they sell. But then there's a lot of, you know, people expecting to panic, so they buy it and then they hold it up, and there's more of those panic buyers than the panic sellers at that bought at the close of the previous day. That makes sense, you know, and then it'll just hold. And then so I don't want to be faked out by that. So I want to see the bounce, how it reacts, and then how that dip after that bounce reacts. Because if that dip after the bounce holds, you know, I typically, theoretically, it should bounce higher or go. And on the contrary, you know, if it doesn't, you know, it's probably going to, you know, fade away. So let's see when I sold. So I sold the next day. Wow, did I really hold this long? Wow. Dang, at 123 the next day, I held it that long. That is surprising. Wow, I got greedy. 223, just 123. Yep, right there. Yeah, so I didn't sell any here to that spike, and I saw this. You know, I was thinking I was gonna keep going and I held this, you know, but I used that as my new risk, and now, you know, going into the afternoon late day, you know, I'm looking for it to like hold and go. But here it was trying to hold and it just faded, so I got out right at that level. You know, should have been a bigger win. And so, and then all while I was in this trade, I was in AMC also, but I don't remember exactly, but I pretty sure I sold it like very early in the morning, and that's why I held this one so long. You know, let's see. So let's see, AMC. Oh, and by the way, on this one, I made a 33.74. Here, 529. See, so let's get back to this AMC. And you know, this higher price play was in the 7th going to 8th. Yeah, so here, you know, so this, been watching ever since here. You know, I'm sure everyone watching this probably has some sort of idea of what happened here, the big old meme squeeze. So, you know, in this new level, you know, I feel like this level was sort of key as another breakout. You know, I feel like, oh, you know, everyone's wanted to break out, wanted to squeeze. So this was kind of like a little perk off of like all this whole fading, you know. And then this one over here was kind of similar, but it just, you know, didn't happen, didn't really do anything. But, you know, it was holding above this like 44.40. And, you know, so 44.40, you know, so this area here, you know, it's holding above that level. So I'm thinking, this probably has room to like, squeeze a little bit, especially since everybody kind of wants that, everybody's looking at that, you know. So on the 7th, I think I'm hoping about this like on the dip around here somewhere. Let's see. Well, about pretty early at 8:53, so maybe not here, really. Here, damn, we're gonna buy it at 46.80. That's way too high. 46.80 here. 80. Yeah, I'll probably about that high because I'm like, oh, I got a wider wrist, so I was like, oh, I could get in higher here and it'll be okay. My risk won't be dollar-wise that too much. And, that's not okay. I mean, you want to get in at, ideal prices, don't chase. And, what, that's probably why I held through this bounce. Okay, it's still fading, but figured it was a lot of fade. I'm like, there's got to be some sort of bounce, so I want to see how the bounce after the fade, reacts. Sort of like what I just explained on LKNCY. I just want to see how it reacts. Had this like bounce, like got up here, this area. Let's see if I could draw something. Yeah, so let's say like it goes here, and instead of doing this, how we went like that. Oh, let's change that color. Do one red. Let's do white. Yeah, so this bounce had like, instead of going like that, going higher, had it done like maybe like that, and then start bouncing here, going like this, and then down, 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 and then this area breaks, and that's probably what I would have gotten out, and this low of the day was my initial risk, and I used the risk to determine my share size, and same thing we're here, like had his like faded like all the way down past my wrist. I don't think I would have sold it. I would have again wanted to see a bounce because you gotta have some type of bounce, and it could be just like bounce, a little bounce, and then keep going. Then that's bad sign. So I would sell at the break of that low, and just watch it. But I probably would have had it broken down a little bit. I would seen it bounce, but then if it holds and it goes and it holds and it goes and it goes like that, then that reestablishes that that's a good risk. And definitely next time it gets sorted or crosses that, then I will cut it. I will cut the trade there. Or ideally, I would see that hold and it sets up a new level here. It goes and holds, and then I will use this area as my risk. So, anyways, so I held, and then I held until after hours, and oops, let's change this. And I was watching this after hours, and it closed okay. And then when, it was red pre-market, and then when did I sell? Yeah, I sold pre-market at 7:28, so 6:28 here. 6:28 here, and that's, I kind of was expecting of selling this one probably pre-market, or very close to the market, or I was hoping for like a after hours squeeze or something, that I could sell into. Ooh, excuse me. And then I just wanted to get out before the market opened. I honestly, because I knew I had LKNCY there, and so I sold it at 6:28, which is like between this candle and this candle. What did I sell it at? 47.07. So yeah, here, you know, so I've seen the bounce and it goes. I'm watching it and I just want to get out, you know, minimal gains. Um, but yeah, that is it. You know, the first time I've ever been in two trades at the same time. Um, you know, like I was trying a little too hard. Let's see. Let's take this off. Whoa. Alright, yeah, and what has AMC done? Just nothing. I mean, but it's been like holiness. I mean, it could still go. Honestly, it's crazy. What's next? BBIG. Next trade. Go. What day was that? On the 10th. So let's adjust this. 10th. Oops. BBIG. Whoa, what is this? God. The 10th here. Did I do this wrong? Yeah. Can I do it one night? Let's see. Partner? Not yet. Damn, it was failed terribly. So same thing here. I'm going through this breakout here at 1190, 12ish, and I didn't use this. You know, I don't like using red candles sort of for breakouts. And I believe this faded. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then that's why too. It's just like, look, is really this area. You know, like that's just like, you know how it's kind of like panic sells is panic. It gets covers, maybe some shorts. You know, they're just covering. You know, the thing they're gonna break out, so they're panicking and covering. At least it's what I like to believe. But either way, you know, I don't really use that level as the breakout, just because. Like, just look here. It's more of a resistance, more action around that area than this soul candle. You know. And so it's going to stay. Let's see. Let's see. Just buy. So I bought at 943, 843. So close to open 843. Not bad. 1150. Damn, it's like right at the top. That's bad. I'm chasing it. You know. It's all. I mean, wish I had a more explanation, or I wish I would have wrote something more on it. But I mean, that's essentially what it is. Just chasing. I'm thinking like it's gonna go without me. You know. And is it again? 1150 at 843. Here, you know, gotta wait on a dip. You know, at least around this area. You know, and I'm thinking that low day and previous flows is good support, which sort of was this bounce. And here's a good example of like what I said on that bounce. You know, like use that bounce, see what it does. You know, because this one you can see here it bounce. Here's the bounce, then it fades a little bit. You know, it's consolidated a little bit, and it continues fading, consolidates a little bit, fading, breaks that. You know, and there you gotta sell. You know, and is that where I sold at 1235? It might be. Yep. Yeah, right, yeah, that's exactly what happened. That's what I saw. Uh, yeah, I mean, that's all there is. Chased, got got out here. I should have came in here on the dip or on this area, close to the support, and then I would have just essentially broke even. Uh, but yeah, that's it for that trade pretty much. Excuse me. Next trade is ILUS. Let's bring that in the 15th. ILUS. This one, man. This one has been tricky. Tricky. I played this one in so many times, and I have not won a single time on it. God, it's such a good, pretty chart, but it's so annoying. It's hard. Oh, and here as well, I was so dead. Oh, too, I forgot about this. Oh my god. So let me just zoom out. Look where it's at. Alright. It's pretty much at the 50s now. And I bought at 19. 19 on the 15th here. You know? Yeah. Ah. Let's see. Ah. 847 at 19. 15, 847. 47 at 19. No, so, so you're seeing here, multiple days trying to break out this high. And I saw it here, but I did not want to buy on this day because it's the 1, 2, 3 green day. And let's see what it do on the 14th. 14th. Huh. I mean, hindsight, that is better. But the panic was the way to go with that. And, I just thought that this day, after these 3 spikes, third green day, I do not want to buy them. If I didn't buy on the third green day, I should have been buying on the fourth green day, right? So, in my mind, I wanted this day, the fourth day, to be a day of consolidation, which it did, and I saw that this level, was there the big level that it broke? Oh, shoot. Where was it? 15th, right? 15th. Anyways, so yeah, so that's what, like, this day, I buy and I was going back to green, um, here. So I panic, and you see my line there. I'm using that as the risk, essentially. Um, here. Sorry, I get sidetracked. What was it? 99. Let me just check this out real quick. That, yeah. Oh, darn it. That did, right? Yep. Alright. Fix it up. Sorry, guys. Got a little sidetracked. 15. So here, what did I buy at 19? So what was this closed at 18.99. So that's, I'm seeing, oh, it's gonna go green. It's panic. It held it green. In the morning, let it hold, and kaboom. Breakout will happen. Well, nope, that didn't happen. You know, so I was hoping like, you know, it goes green, boom, holds it, boom, solidate today, just keeps going and going and going and going, you know. But it did the complete opposite. You know, it went down, and then fading, 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 fading. And this was a consolidation day, gearing up for the next day of the breakout in that area. Ah, tough trade. Let's see. And then I sold at 9:39. An hour later, 9:39. Oh, it's here or here. So here, when it was going back to red, so 1911. So I mean, I had a gain, but with the commissions, you know, it was a loss. 911 here, you know, so I cut the loss quickly, which was good, you know. But ideally, you know, next day, you know, this has just been a tough play. Sorry, I'm drinking. What is this? Double Shot Energy. I won't say the name because I don't have a lot to say names. I don't know. I'm new to this sort of YouTube. You know, once I had like music on it, and I couldn't have any sound. I had to mute the whole thing, which is annoying, but it does make sense. So anyways, that's that. And then let's see, next trade, CYBL the next day. CYBL. 16. God, look at, so this were to about at 185. It's how high it went. And then seeing how like 4 of these ones went, and how early I was on them, how much I missed, sort of made me greedy on the play that you'll see coming up, because I thought, you know, like, oh, these are running, you know, we got the hot market again, and it's gonna be, you know, ooh, excuse me, you know, like it's gonna be the hot market again, you know, everyone's waiting for it, you know, I'm like, oh, it's finally here, you know, and I missed, you know, these run-ups, you know, I've been on the right track with the stocks, you know, just, you know, the trades, you know, I just been getting out for a loss, which is really annoying, frustrating. So let's see. Oh, excuse me. So here, it was like, dang, what did I do? At 158 at 18.5, 158. Oh, and I mean, I'm sure you guys know, like, keep saying this multi-day breakout here, 185. You know, sure it's again. 158. Oh, this is stripped me. Oh, that's even worse. 158. Oh, I mean, what I'm chasing here is too high up here, you know. Gotta get in at this level here, like the 182-ish. You know, I gotta in here in this, you know, and I feel like maybe being upset at the ILUS trade for the previous day, seeing how much it ran, you know, took away my confidence to hold this, because this is just like a sellout, you know, like just watch at me. I know it's towards the end of the day and it's not closing high like how I wanted to, but just watch it instead of panic selling, you know. So it's 182 at 247 here, like right at BWAP, you know. and I didn't do what I've been saying, like these full videos, like watch the bounce, and I know it's got like 15 minutes left, or whatever, 13 minutes left to the day, so there's not much time for it to see a bounce. So, but still, just see how this bounces, watch it, and see how it goes, and it gets back up to my entry, like, what did it close at? Close at 185. You see right there. That right of entry, and then next day I'm assuming it ran. Let's see. Yep, look. Oh god, so annoying. Yeah, look where this next day gapped up and just ran. So yeah, I mean, this month September was bad, but I mean, also the right track. Just with the trades, and I feel like this week, these last three trades, frustrated me since I was dead on all three of them, honestly. Because, let's see, ILUS, I got in at 19. And then, knew how much it ran. And then, what was the next one I just did? CYBL. CYBL. And there's one more I haven't even got on over. That, what is this? 185 here. And look how much it ran. So seeing that going to next week, I'm like, oh my god. So I'm like, oh, the hot markets here, gotta be aggressive, gotta, be on it. And partially because probably I wanted to make some back of those bunch of money that I missed on these. But yeah, then the next one is CEI. I wrote this from a while back. I never thought I was gonna trade this just because before this, the ugly chart that it is. Like, look at this. Like, it's never been at that price. It's just reverse split after reverse split after reverse split. So, like, prior to this, like, look at this chart. Like, never would have thought I would trade this. Look, but, like, the reason that I decided to, huge volume here coming in, and I traded this 17. So for me, like, starting, when was it? When this huge volume and this run up here, like, started coming in here, that's when, like a fresh chart in my mind. So the 17. Right there. Yeah, so see, here's the volume, the run up, fresh start in my mind. Or fresh chart, whatever you want to call it. 17. Let's just change that. Hopefully do a minute yet. Nope, not yet. Probably got to do a month. Alright. So, let's see my entry. One, no, 11:36. So it's sort of midday. But it's going green to red. No, red to green. At 178. Bruh, I'm chasing. Oh, up here? Oh man, 36. Up here. Yeah. Chasing. So if you see this, and then it ran the next day too, didn't it? Oh no, this will fade, but eventually it did a run. Yeah, that day. On the 23rd, and I didn't trade it. Was it this day? 17? No, 16. 17. Let's see, why did I trade it the 16? Because it was another trade, or just price action here? I honestly, I think this was a better day to trade it than the day I traded it. Just based off of the chart itself. But anyways, yeah. So here, chased first off. You know, 1136. So here, 78. This area. Oh god, it's so high. You know, not just chasing. You gotta get it on a dip, man. And then I sold at 224, probably here. Right here. 1172 is breaking here in the close. I mean, the previous close. But yeah, much so like these trades, you know, see how it was hot. And let me see. My next trade was the 15th, so this one, let's go up into the, wait, no, not the 15th, the 22nd. So let's see what it did up on the 21st, 17, this is the 20th, 21st. That's not really much. Okay, so, no. I thought this had ran too, and it would have added to my, you know, like frustration of just like running, you know, not justify, but explaining why my next trade I sort of let half of my profits go, which is Fern. Let's see, on the 22nd. Oh, perfect. Right here. Oh, it was from the 21st to the 22nd. It was overnight trade. 21st to 22nd. 1 minute? Nope. Oh, yeah, we got the 1 minute now. So, where is the trade? Burn. I mean, I made 18, almost 19%, but I was way up, way up. So, let's see. So, but, at 854. I remember this. It was a dip buy, you know, so that was good too. 854 was the price. 254. 854. Yeah, so yeah, I remember this. Yeah, it was a dip here, you know, so I'm seeing it, you know, here breakout, the multi-day breakout at 26. And then I see the dip here around VWAP, and I get in there. And these minutes here were honestly the hardest. Then after that, you know, this was easier to hold. Cause, you know, this is doing exactly what I was saying earlier in the other videos, you know, so here, like, spike, bounce here. I mean, it dips. Sorry, so you see the spike and the dip, and then this area is significant in my mind, you know. So what it does after that is important because it's either, like you see here, it's either gonna bounce, hold and go higher, or it's gonna bounce, break down, hold, and then dip down below that level, you know. Or something it'll just fade, you know, that it wouldn't even bounce, which that's the scary part. Excuse me. So that's where like the level 2 time and sales come in. So I mean, I saw that it was holding here the 25-ish area. So, and then, you know, from then on, I mean, so like I got in here and it went all the way up here, you know, so let's do the math. Because, I mean, plain and simple, I just got greedy. But I did want to save a day trade, you know, because let's see. I think it might have been my last day trade. So E-Trade. Oh, no, I mean, I had 2 day trades. I could have saw it wasn't my last day trade. But just seeing how much the other ones ran, I'm pretty sure that I was like, oh, I need to make some of that back. And so I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a perfect trade. I'm gonna 7-day trade and be up big. So let's see, calculator here. So I got in at 0.0254, and it went as high as 341. So I guess it's gonna be brackets 254. Wow, 0.0254 divided by 0.0254. Yeah, I was up 30% on my trade, and let's see, I ended up being only 18.9. So yeah, like gave over half of my profit, like roughly half of my profits back by selling the next day. At 8:34 at 301, which here, I mean, it's at this area here, you know, which had I sold like at this same day, it's a great trade, like sold into this, on a zero run, that's different, but I held it, I got greedy, and then I panic sold the next day, which is, the bad thing. Did this run after that? Don't tell me it did. And it did, wow. So, and then that added up to the next following days of my frustration in trading, you know, because with this one, I, I saw, you know, I held overnight thinking I was going to do what ILUS and CYBL did, you know, and I was like, oh, I got a good entry, finally nailed it, and then I panic sell, and then the day after I panic sell it holds all this, and then the next day it breaks out again, and then it goes higher, which is this, the 24th, you know, and then it keeps going, and at the other side it's gone. Yep. So, yeah, I mean, it's psychological part of it because it got to me here, you know, and let's see, what time it is, 8:34, probably here, yep, I panicked right here, what was it, 301, oh, it wasn't here, oh, it wasn't that bad, it was all the way up here, I was thinking it was down here, well, but it was a deck candle, um, you know, but yeah, then my next 3 trades were on the same day, and I feel like, so let me bring in the charts of my trades on my Excel so you can see. So this week is the one I'm talking about, and even this leading up to like this bad trade, these 3 days, and might have started with like, trying to do too much, trying to recognize when the market got hot, and then seeing like this week when it got hot and missing it all, and then here finally being in it, trade, and then giving have my profits back, leads to this disaster here. Um, you know, here I lost half my profits by getting greedy, and then here I lost all this and then some. Um, so yeah, let's just go on with the first trade. It's LIUS again. And, and yeah, it's tough just reviewing it, but it's tough, but you learn from it, and, You get better. 24th. Yeah, so this big run up, I'm like, okay, let's go do it again. That was early again. So yeah, this day I didn't buy it because I thought it like a big bounce, coming down from here all the way up to the high, I'm like, oh no. Then again, I shouldn't have bought the following day because after that there's got to be some drop in consolidation, and then buy it the next day. So let's see. And then this is the second trade. Hold on, let's bring in the other one first. That was the late day trade. Let's bring this one in first. This was in earlier part of the day. 4th, yeah. So 938 at 41.97. 938. 938. Wow, that dead top. But a chase. Wow, 938 here. What a chase. I cannot be doing that. Like, what am I doing here? Yeah, I'm just looking at this level, but ignoring that this just bounced all the way from 36 way up to there in midday. Running to midday, what do I expect? Yeah, it's gonna fade, you know? Stupid. And then when did I sell? Probably sold while like in this area. Let's see. Oh man, 10:15. Wow, wow, there's here, here, terrible, panic sold, chase, bad, 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 terrible. And then this next trade later in the day in IB because I was out of day trades. I think E trade, E trade, yeah, because yeah, out of day trades in E trade, so yeah, I use IB. Hello, I'll just go half size, small size, just to get something back. And bad, 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 bad. Let's see. Let's check. This was on the 24th. Let's see. 111. Here. Price 41.15. So I get here on the dip, I guess this is sort of better entry, so I can hold here, consolidate, and then break this. you know, but realistically, I should have had the break of this here, and it faked out. That was gonna, you know, hold. I'm like, okay, well, it's holding all this. It's gonna go, you know, hold here, run the high, and then I'll hold it overnight and sell next day. Uh, but it didn't. I ended up selling at, what is this, 230. Yeah, as it was going probably green to red at 40. Yep, yep, bad trade. Well, I mean, this was better than the other trade. You know, I chased and I sold here. This one, at least I saw it hold all day. I got into this, you know, and then just unlucky that this was a fade at the close. You know, not justifying that I did the right thing, but, you know, just, I guess I learned a little bit from the mistakes, you know, but it's still unlucky. You know, it's just bad trading, unlucky timing, you know, and just messing with my rhythm, messing with my head, you know, that stuff. And we had like a bunch of stuff too, me and my fiance, you know, getting ready for a bunch of stuff, moving to Austin for a few weeks for her schooling, you know, it was stressful. So, I mean, that, you know, definitely played a part into this. Um, and then, yeah, and then I got one more trade after this to run up September. Alright, so the fun trade of September, CYBL. Let's see how I messed this one up on the 30th. Wait, is that it? Wait, no, that's not it. Oh, disregard that. Where is it? Oop, one second. Wrong trade. Last trade of the month for September was AAPT. Let's see, on the 30th. AAPT. On the 30th. Yeah, so almost a week since the last trade that I made, which was those 3 trades in one day. Oh, wait, no. Oh, I remember why, because it was CYBL. Yeah, I know what that was. Yeah, sorry, this was the third trade in that same day. You know, so, yeah, CYBL, 24th, if that makes sense. Yeah, excuse me, 24th. Here. Oh, that's it. Oh, God, it's not even there. One second. Here we go. I didn't upload it in the trade, but here it is. Maybe a little smaller. Let's see CYBL. CYBL at 8:35. So, you know, the breakout here was 47, 46, 8:35. Chasing again. With this one, I guess I was trying to get to the morning spike and hope that would go. Yeah, so shortly after, shortly after at 8:45, probably here. Yep, it just broke. Yep. I mean, there's not much to this. Just not in the right mindset, and this probably ran. Yep. As typical month. Yep. Wow. Yep. Yep. So, but here, annoying. And it's just the same stuff over and over, and it happened that month. Just bad timing. Bad timing. Didn't help that I on some of them I chased. So, Definitely did not help. Maybe I should start doing my recap weekly so I see what the hell is going wrong before it gets too out of hand. Yeah. Oh man. Tough. Going and seeing what they're wrong. It's frustrating. But the last trade of the month on the 30th. Let's see. What did I do on this? Wow. Wait, it wasn't even that one. It was APT. I'm like, what? Alright. 30th. Oh, I'm just forcing it. What did I do? Did I chase to? Let's see, at 10:04. 132, 10:04. Oh, alright, well, this was different. This was okay-ish, going for the panic dip buy, which I'm trying to get better at, trying to do it, which I mean now, like today's November 6th. I think I tried a couple of those panics. But yeah, this, yeah, 11:04. That's all this was. So big run up and then a big break. Trying to go and hopefully hold. Maybe I should have sold some right here. Probably need to be quicker on my sells. Um, and just get out and especially midday. You know. So let me see. 11:04. Put it there. But what was it? At 32. So a little high. Yeah, 11:04 here. 32. Yeah, so I held there. Ooh. It went down a little bit. I held through that. And then 10:11, probably here. Oh no. 10:11? What? Here? Really? What? 312? 32? 32, 11:04. Here. What? Am I tripping? 11, 17. Oh, 17, not 11, 17. Oh yeah, so here, when this broke, you so yeah. Yes, I mean, this one, I didn't chase, and I bought at the dip, but I should have been slightly lower, not 32, like maybe not that high, like 31.5 would have been okay. And maybe like sell faster up here for a quick uh penny or half a penny, whatever it is. But I did cut my loss quick here, so that's the good and bad of it, I guess. But yeah, that's all the trades for that day. For that day, for that month. And let's just bring this in. Whoa. There. Read this. What that is? C18. C18 divided by K. 17. 17, yeah. Just the percentage off. Irrelevant for this. But yeah, so that's how much I was down. But then after I verified everything, was this. But it doesn't matter, it's still bad. My biggest gain, biggest loss, 13 trades, 3 winning, 10 losses. And probably only 1 win, because this scratch, this I won by a greedy insult. Actually, probably no wins, because this one I gave over half scratch. You know, should not gotten as greedy. No, so overall, terrible month, honestly. Terrible month. But, it's alright, you learn from it. Fail quickly, keep going. It's okay. Still in the game. Keep going. That's all it is. Keep going. Show up every day. Be prepared. It's tough. It ain't gonna be easy, but just show up every day. I'll leave you guys off of that, and don't forget to comment, subscribe, share, whatever you want. I'll try to get to as many as you as possible. Hopefully this helps, out there, anyone out there. If it just helps one person that's watching this, that's more than enough. This is what these are for, just so you can see exactly my process of everything I went through. And, when I do get consistent and profitable with big profits, that, you're going to see all that. And I'm going to prove it that just small amount of money, just don't let anything stop you. Just, like I said, show up every day. Essentially, that's what this is about. But yeah, have a good one, guys. Peace.